Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this one. This is my Alejandro Santiago versus Junto Nakatani full card preview for the absolute barnstormer of a card we got taking place in Tokyo, Japan, where we got three world title fights on the card. And they are all very interesting fights as well, as they are now done on the screen. But starting off with the first fight on the card, which is Jonas Sultan versus Masuda, obviously the new upcoming Japanese boxer, up against the well-experienced Jonas Sultan. Sultan, of course, in the Bantamweight division, 8 rounds in the Bantamweight division. So it's going to be very interesting, this fight. It's going to be very interesting because Jonas Sultan is one of the best. Probably he knows how to win. Jonas Sultan, so it's a very tough. It's a tough fight for a newcomer like Masuda straight away to throw himself. But this is the thing about Japanese fighters for you. This is the thing about Japanese fighters. They don't care. They're not fierce. They are not fierce at all. They'll take the big fight straight away, and this is quite a big step up from Masuda, especially when Sultan is a former world champion as well. In the 8-round contest in the Bantamweight division, it's just that fairness from him that gives him a chance. It does give him a chance in this fight, but Sultan is a difficult fighter to beat, especially on points as well, because he knows how to win on points. He's well experienced as well. I just think this is a bit of a learning curve fight for Masuda. I just think it's too big of a step up early for him, in my opinion, for Masuda. So I do think Jonas will get the win. But albeit, even if it does go to points, there may be some conspiracy, especially with the judges as well, especially with the Japanese crowd as well. So he has a good chance, Masuda, even on points, because you just never know what the judges are looking at. But I just think Jonas Sultan, you have to go for the better fighter at the moment, and that's Jonas Sultan, who is the more experienced as well. Masuda, fair play to him though, but it's just too big of a step up early for him, in my opinion. He just needs to take these slow step ups at a time. So I've gone for Jonas Sultan on points, in my opinion. Up next is Tosei Taneta versus Christian Basudua. For the vacant WBO Super Flyweight title. And for me, this is a very interesting fight because I think Patisua, who is stepping up a weight division, of course, while Taneta. It's Taneta, It's Taneta who's stepping up the weight division. Sorry about that, yeah. Taneta's stepping up the weight division, not Patisua. And as for this fight then, it's going to be a tough fight for Taneta because Christian is an unknown. He is an unknown, of course, and these Mexican fighters, they like to step forward. From the tapes I've seen of him, he is going to be stepping forward and coming forward on Taneta. I think Taneta just needs to use his wins and keep on the outside of the win, and I think he should be fine, Taneta. But I do think Taneta will be fine in this fight. I don't think there will be a stoppage, but I think Taneta will definitely get the win in this one. And I think he is just the better fighter to say level above Patisua, in my opinion. And hopefully that sets up a rematch between Taneta and Ioka, and I also thought, that'll be an absolute barnstormer of a rematch. So I'm going for Taneta on points in this one. Up next, the whole main event, the WBA World Bantamweight tie-up Tatuma Ione, of course, the brother of Noah Ione, of course, up against Charon Atasads. What a fight! This is a brilliant fight, people. This is a brilliant fight. A clash of styles, you could say, as well. Because the jury's still out with Tatuma. The jury's still out with him. Because he's not living up to the same hype as his brother. He seems to be in his brother's saddles at the moment. And the jury's still out on Tatuma. He's coming up against he's coming up against Anchars, who's got that power. He's got that power, in my opinion, and we haven't seen anyone test Inori yet. We haven't seen anyone test Tatuma yet, in my opinion, and Anchars is done be a big test for Tatuma, in my opinion, and Tatuma's plan is going to be used outside of the ring, try and tire Charon out. In my opinion. But good luck with that. And Charon is going to be so dangerous early on in the fight, because we need to see what happens if Tatuma gets kicked. We need to see what happens, because we've not really seen it yet in his career. As for Charon, Charon's a former world level fighter, as well, and this is a tough fight for Tatuma, in my opinion. Tatuma is going to have to try and tire Charon out, because even if he fights fire with fire, I think Charon will kip him. It will kip Tatuma, in my opinion. And I think Tatuma needs to be smart and use it on outside. If he does that, Tatuma wins on points. If he does go to points decision, I think Tatuma will get the decision, obviously where it's held. But Charon, Anchars, for me, I think he's a dangerous fighter. And I think he's going to kip him. I think he's going to kip Tatuma. And I'm going to offer a bit of I don't think it will be a shock to some people, but I'm going to offer Anchars to get a stoppage win on Tatuma. I'm going to offer a 7-round stoppage win for Charon against Ione, in my opinion, because I just think we have not seen Ione get kicked before, and it'd be interesting to see how he talks with that. If he does the points, then Ione will definitely win it on points, because I think he'll do more of the points work, in my opinion. While Anchars is dangerous for me. He's going to be dangerous early on, especially in the first couple of rounds, they're checking each other out as well. Then we head to the halfway mark, and I think that's when Charon will start to put the pressure on Tatuma if he can catch Tatuma. So, but I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for Charon and Anchars to get a bit of a shock win over Tatuma Ione with a 7-round win, a 7-round stoppage win for Charon and Anchars, in my opinion. And finally, onto the big main event. Alejandro Santiago against Junto Nakatani for the WBC World Bantamweight title. Of course, Santiago is the defending champion after getting the win against Nonito Donaire on Spence vs. Crawford card back in July. While Nakatani is a dangerous southpaw, isn't he? Santiago will come forward. And I'm just worried about Santiago when he comes forward, because I just don't think Santiago, for me, has a plan B, and Nakatani is one of the best fighters out there, in terms of one of the best Japanese fighters out there. And his skill set is unbelievable for Nakatani as well. He can box on the outside, he's got everything. And if Santiago decides to come forward, it's game over for me. It's game over because Nakatani is that dangerous southpaw, and he just throw that overhand yet, in my opinion, and that's the end of Santiago, in my personal opinion. And I don't see it down to points, personally. I don't see it down to points. I think Santiago will eventually tire out, especially when Nakatani lands them left hands on him as well, on Santiago. That will wear Santiago down every time he comes forward. And I think Nakatani will get the job done in the championship rounds, in my opinion. And I think Nakatani gets the win, gets the stoppage in the 10th round on Santiago, in my opinion, because that's when I think Nakatani will definitely unleash on Santiago, when Santiago starts to get tired. But I did say championship rounds because Mexicans are these tough fighters to beat. They are tough fighters to beat. They just keep on coming forward. But I just think in the end, Santiago will get tired in the end, and I think that will, in the end, Nakatani will pounce on it, will pounce on Santiago's tiredness and stop him in the 10th round, in my personal opinion. So, feel free to leave your thoughts down below on this barnstormer of a card in Tokyo, Japan. Feel free to leave predictions down below. Take care, stay safe, see you later, and I'll see you all in the next video for Edgar Beander versus Patrick McCorvey fight prediction, fight preview.